Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I am Dito Pratama from class 4B, English Education Department. Here I will explain about the material for the synthesis journal for the few months of the first semester final exam. Uh, okay, the material, the number one, definition of synthesis. Number two, synthesis function. And number three, how to make synthesis. And the four, example of complete journal. Okay, the first material is definition of synthesis. Synthesis is combining element from several sources to help make point. Describe how sources communicate with each other, organizing similar ideas so the reader can understand how they relate to each other. Synthesis also help reader see where to add their own new ideas to existing knowledge. According to M.Hum's 2020, synthesis means combining, summarizing the main point from the source in turn, collecting ideas and findings from various sources, and then making overall points. Synthesis function. The function of synthesis in a scientific paper is as an opinion, idea, or new idea given by the author to solve the problem sounds. Uh, the next material, how to synthesize a journal article. Step 1. Set source. After gathering the relevant literature, there is a lot of information to work with. There is no clear idea about all of them being compatible with each other. Before writing, it is necessary to organize notes so that you can see a relationship between sources. One way to start synthesizing is to insert records into a table. The next, summary table, and condensed table to arrange the key points from each source under a consistent heading. Each row in the table lists one source. Each column identifies a specific part of the source. The author can decide which title to include based on the most relevant to discussion at hand. And the next, synthesis matrix. Synthesis matrix are useful when sources are more varied in purpose and structure. Each column in the table lists one source. Each line is labeled with a research concept, topic, or theme in all or most sources. That each source needs to summarize the main point of argument related to the theme. And step 2. Outline the structure. While the censor must have a clear picture of the main relationship and difference between the sources that have been read, it is necessary to decide how to causally and order to discussion. There are several different approaches to help with a synthesis. Chronologically, not only should your summary each paper in chronological order, you should instead group the article into time periods and identify similarities, and mark important turning points or development in the literature. And the next, thematically, each paragraph or chart focus on a theme and explains how that theme is approached in the literature. And the next, methodologically, grouping studies based on the type of research conducted and discussing the findings that emerge from each method. Theoretically, comparing the various theories developed and grouping papers based on the perspective taken of the topic and evaluation the most confusing arguments. Okay. Uh, the next step is step 3. Write a paragraph with the topic sentence. The topic sentence indicated the alignment in the paragraph is sentence in the paragraph. Must the topic sentence be related to it? And the topic can be a simple summary the contents of the paragraph for effective synthesis. You can use topic sentence to reconnect to previous paragraph. Several scholars have demonstrated shortcomings in this approach. And next, while recent research has attempted to address this issue, much of this research has methodological weakness that limit its validity. Emphasizing avoid citing directly from source, use your own words to expand similarities and difference for in the literature. Do not cover every point from every source. The synthesis is to extract the most important and relevant information and combine to give it the reader an overall picture of the state of the knowledge about the topic being discussed. The next step, step 4, revises, edit, and perfect. Like any academic writing, synthesis does not happen all at once. It involves fingering, revising, editing, and correcting the work. The next material, example of complete journal synthesis. Christiani P.A. Pratni Dewi, 2021, the effectiveness of YouTube as a learning media in improving learning speaking skill, the art of teaching English a foreign language, volume 1 and 2. Focus. This paper describes technology that can help learning, one of which is YouTube. YouTube provided various types of videos that can be accessed as student learning media. In language learning, the teacher uses YouTube as an interesting learning medium. Videos on YouTube are not only entertainment media, so that they help and facilitate listen and improve student abilities or skill. Example, student can find many authentic example of some expression in English which are usually used by people in everyday life. Like the next example, Herlina and Dewanti R. Lustianti and 2091. 2019. Google Translate is an alternative for assisting students in doing translation. A case study at University Negeri Jakarta, Indonesia, Bahtera, Jurnal Pendidikan Bahasa dan Sastra, volume 8, 18 and 1. Focus. This paper discussed the use of Google Translate as a complementary tool in helping doctoral students in translating English reference book. Result, students are greatly helped by the existence of the Google Translate for challenging activities during the lecture process. The next example, Zuria M. 2017. Storytelling to improve student speaking skill. English education, Journal Tradisi Bahasa Inggris, Fall 10 and 1. Focus. Explain lecture activities, student activities, and student response during the implementation of storytelling in the English speaking class intensive program. Result. During the implementation of storytelling in the intensive English program, student speaking skill improved in all aspects such as comprehension, fluency, vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. Okay, the last example, Rahman Pantintingan Ihdayanti, 2018. Learning beyond the classroom WhatsApp in language learning, Exposure Journal 7 volume 7 and 2. Focus. This paper explained that English learning space in Indonesia are very difficult to find. With the WhatsApp application, learning will be more inclusive to reduce psychological barriers and out the gap between teacher and student. Result. The students speaking the written skill have increased during the study. Okay, finish. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.